Hello and welcome back. Now this is actually something my alliance has been asking me to do for quite a while, and that is all about the Duality Frame Equinox. So here it is, alliance, be quiet. Right, anyway, on with the show. Equinox. Since I first saw this frame, I fell in love. I thought it was absolutely amazing. And the way in which I found this frame was actually a bit of an odd one, because I was an Ember on an Exterminate, thinking I was the bee's knees with my World on Fire activated, and then out of nowhere came this Equinox and just nuked everything. And ever since I was like, I have got to get me one of those! So I got myself one through a series of hard work and a lot of screaming, because there's 8 pieces, all subject to Warframe's hellish RNG, through Titania on Uranus, where you have to fight the annoying, though oddly charmingly voiced Dod-Regnbue. But hey, that's up to you whether you want to farm him. If not, if you want to buy him with plat, don't let anyone ever tell you that's a waste, because she, because it is a she, both sides, night and day are female. Is a very good frame, and to be honest, 8 pieces, all like I said, subject to Warframe's hellish RNG. There's a lot to go through, so if you want to buy it with plat, go nuts. Anyway, one of the biggest questions about Equinox is power strength. Is it really required? I lean more towards no, particularly especially with main. Uh, it doesn't actually affect how much damage you can store on, and as well as it doesn't affect how much damage you can absorb at once. It's all based off the enemy's health for when they are killed within the area of effect. The only thing power strength does to maim is it affects how much damage it deals out as its slash proc, which, to be perfectly honest, isn't the highest amount anyway. If you are doing low level farming and you're wanting to be a bit of a beast, you probably could alternate your build to just run through, just press 4 and run through and just kill everything. This build does allow for that. It does kind of make you a little bit squishy, but you're going up against low level enemies, so who cares? The other thing with this build is it's got quite low duration but max efficiency, which does actually bring the second by second energy cost down to 0.88, which is the lowest it can go. So it does have quite a bit of sustainability on this build. A lot of people use natural talent. If you want to use natural talent, that's absolutely fine. And I've even come across quite a few people who say it's pointless using flow or prime flow. Again, these are things that are absolutely your choice. Personally, I quite like the build I've got. I think it works very well, and if you are interested in seeing just how well this build can work, especially at high level, I'll be linking another one of my videos below. It's not a tutorial video, just to warn you. It's a video that I just did for fun, and it's 12,000 Cryotic here on Heracon. This is just a 2k run just for those precious relics because of Ember and Frost, why not? But yeah, if you fancy having a look at precisely what Equinox can do at stupidly high levels, I'm talking level 4000 infested. Disruptors are a nightmare at that level, especially because they only take 10% of the overall damage, so you're having to stack up at least 200 million damage and then releasing it just to actually get anywhere. And half the time it didn't even do anything, so just be warned, Equinox's main ability is, because it is an ability, is still affected by disruptors, but everything else, slash away. Now, with this build, you might notice I don't have the greatest buff. It's like 14-ish%, I think it is. It would actually be lower because I've only got 40% power strength, because I am using a max range with no power strength mods, because to be perfectly honest, I don't really think it's necessary. I'm simply using the augment just to try and help out my team a little bit more with 14% buff, because you know I'm a team player. It's actually there because I did a mix up with the polarities, and wanted to put an augment on the second build, which will be shown later on, so I had to throw it in somewhere. But just to show how much damage Equinox can do, that's me on the far left, 58% damage, 1,318 kills, and that's just in a 2,000 critic run, so fairly effective. Now the build I am using here is as follows: Corrosive Projection, Cunning Drift, Vitality, Peaceful Provocation, Fleet Expertise, Stretch, Overextended, Streamline, Prime Flow, and Prime Continuity. Now like I was saying earlier, you can do a bit of a switch around to get more damage in, just so you can just run through those lower levels and just blast everything. What you do is you just swap over Overextended and Vitality, and then from there you can basically just put in Intensify, replacing Vitality, and that'll give you some more power strength. Or if you've got it, Transient Fortitude. Now this will increase your power strength even more, but decrease your duration. This will not affect the energy consumption of main. It does only affect the buff you get between switching between night and day, as well as your second ability. I personally just like having Vitality because I use this build on Heracon quite a lot, and having the extra bit of health just prevents, dying from Toxin proc. Now the second build is all about Equinox's second ability, and then a dagger with Covert Lethality, and you've pretty much got an Ivara that can put quite a lot of enemies to sleep. Well, more enemies to sleep. The only thing you're missing is being the stealthy ninja that Ivara actually is. Also, you can self-heal. Just activate your fourth ability, stab something in the face, and then deactivate your fourth ability, and you heal. So, it's very effective, to be honest. This build, if anything, is a lot more player intensive, as well as a lot more fun. You can't just sit there with your fourth ability active, kill a few things, or your allies kill a few things, and once you've got enough damage stored up, releasing it and potentially killing everything in the room, you should really be paying a lot more attention. You should really be more involved. One of the hardest things I actually found about this is sort of trying to judge just how far 5 meters is within the game, because the augment only spreads your second ability to enemies within 5 meters. So it was just sort of looking at them and sort of going, are you 5 meters away or not? I don't really know. It turns out majority of the time they actually weren't, but on the plus side, you can put turrets to sleep. Oh my god, sleep turret, bad turret. Can't actually walk up to them and stab them in the face though. I was quite disappointed by that. Another thing that actually became a little bit annoying with this is your Sentinel likes to just, ruin the day. But you can do a bit of tactical play, like you just saw there. Put the Ancient to sleep, then shot him, and upon killing him, it spread to other enemies, which is very, very useful. It's also quite funny actually, because it almost makes this ability seem like it's a virus or something. So it does add for a little bit of stealth play as well. Kind of thinking of maybe putting Naramon on somewhere. Well, not somewhere, but trying to just think of the energy consumption here. It would make it quite interesting, to be honest. If you could get consistent crits from the Covert Lethality dagger, there is potential there to get a more effective Ivara possible. But Ivara does have the perma stealth, and as long as you've got energy, and you would be relying on Naramon, but you're a lot quicker, you can move around a lot quicker, and the sleep spreads, which does seem quite, well, it definitely seems like a plus to me. What I'm doing here is, didn't really work out. I was trying just to see, just sort of testing, the 5 meter range. Stupidly I picked Butchers, but you can sort of make out how quite easily it spreads from enemy to enemy, and it was actually quite fun to do, to be honest. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to test something a little bit more challenging, so I whacked out the Corrupted Heavy Gunners. Again, level 145, doesn't really make much of a difference because, Covert Lethality, stabbing things in the face has never been more fun, just, oh great, I'm in One Shot City again, yay, and you're dead, and you're dead, and you're dead too, oh, did I kill you? I am sorry. Enough of the joking. it is definitely a fun build to play. I'm still trying to figure out if power strength is exactly required in this, so bear with me on that one. But the build I am using here is Energy Siphon, Power Drift, Vitality, Calm and Frenzy, which is the augment, Constitution, Stretch, Intensify, Streamlined, Prime Flow, and Prime Continuity. It is quite effective, but like I said, still trying to figure out if the power strength is required. The main thing I've really noticed that it does is helps decrease damage being taken with the third ability active. But anyway, that's me. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.